Who is the best side in this upcoming Premiership season in London only? And we've got 6 teams. They are West Ham, Brentford, Crystal Palace, Fulham, Tottenham, Arsenal, and world champions Chelsea. So there's 7 teams. If there's any other, I'm sorry, it escaped my mind, but those are the 7 teams. And before I start, I want to say I'm a Chelsea fan, so I might be a bit biased, a lot biased. And could you like, comment, share, subscribe? Thank you for doing so, and let me know who do you lot think is the best team in London for this upcoming Premier League season. And remember, this video is only about now, like this upcoming season, not of all time, not in history. But if it was history, it would be Chelsea. Yeah. And okay, let's start. How I'm gonna do this is gonna be like in tiers. So we'll have 2 teams, and then the winner of that will go to the next one, if that makes sense. As I explain, as I do the video, you'll see how it works. So the bottom tier, that will be West Ham and Brentford. Who's better in them two? I think West Ham are probably better this upcoming season. Brentford, they lost their captain, which was Norgard. They lost their goalkeeper, Flecken, and they also lost their manager. And they also lost Brian Mbeumo, and they also haven't really regenerated well. They haven't signed better players, and they haven't reinvested well, I think. So far, maybe still early in the transfer window, but remember, we're still in the transfer window, but they haven't done anything yet. And they genuinely, bar Sunderland and maybe the other promoted teams, they're definitely the worst club. Okay, not the worst club, but they're in the worst position as of right now. And West Ham, they've definitely improved them. And they're definitely better than Brentford. So I put them as 7th place, and West Ham going 6th. Then the next tier, we got Crystal Palace and Fulham. Who's better than them two? I think Crystal Palace is better than Fulham for this upcoming season, because I feel like if you go band for band, Crystal Palace are probably going to be better. And plus, they've got European football via Conference League because of how it happened. They got demoted from the Europa League and via the FA Cup win. And I feel like we're seeing the transfer window, they can sign more players. They probably will sign more players, more better players. Even though Eze is probably going to leave, I still think they can sign more better players and more players than Fulham can. They currently, right now for this upcoming season, they have a bigger pull. And if you go for managers, Crystal Palace for a better manager. Goalkeeper, I think you've probably got to give to Crystal Palace. I think they have Dean Henderson. Attackers, I feel that's kind of equal. Midfield, I think Crystal Palace definitely has potential to be better, have a better midfield. But Fulham, they did finish higher last season, but we're talking about this season. And I feel like with European football, I think they'll definitely be able to sign more players, more better players. And I feel like they're generally going to be better this season. And if you go Fulham, and so that makes Crystal Palace the 4th best team. And if we go for the remaining teams, which was West Ham and Fulham, I think probably Fulham are going to be better this season. Actually, no, I think West Ham are going to be better. You know why? They have Graham Potter. And I feel like Graham Potter, you give him a full season now, he's going to do great. I know he did bad at Chelsea, but he didn't have enough time, in my opinion. And I feel like if given the tools of West Ham that David Moyes has had, I'm not saying he's going to do better, but he can replicate what they did at Brighton. And I feel like with having him, Graham Potter, I feel like genuinely he could do better than Fulham. And if you go team by team, I feel like it's pretty equal. But I feel like West Ham, I think they generally more known worldwide, and I just feel like they have a better pull, and I think they can get more players. So I'm putting West Ham in 5th place, Fulham in 6th place. So let me repeat it all. We got Brentford 7th, we got Fulham 6th, West Ham 5th, and Crystal Palace 4th. Then we got Arsenal and Tottenham. For this upcoming season, so this season just gone, what happened is Tottenham, they won the Europa League, they're going into Champions League football, and they've signed that midfielder, what was his name, Morgan Gibbs-White, and they also signed signed some other player. I forgot who he is. I'm blanking now. But they made some good signings for about 100 million combined. They also got Dominic Solanke, is pretty good. And they've got a decent team, you know. The only reason they were so poor this season was because of injuries. And I'm not blaming Ange for their position, but they won the Europa League final, which is, you know, it's a pretty good achievement. Even though it was against a bad Man United team, but still, they did pretty good there. And I feel like Tottenham, they have a great squad, but I feel like compared to Arsenal, I don't think they have a better squad than Arsenal. If you go band for band, let's go the managers. You go Arteta, I guess Thomas Frank. In different ways, I feel like Arteta's better. He's managed more high caliber players, so I feel like we'll give to Arteta. Goalkeeper, it goes to Arsenal. Defense goes to Arsenal. Midfield, you probably give it to Arsenal. And attack, probably Arsenal as well. But if you go trophies, European trophies, probably Tottenham. But I'll talk about European trophies later on when we talk about the biggest club in the world, Chelsea. And I feel like Arsenal, they're guaranteed to finish second. And you got Tottenham, who are probably going to be 7th or 8th in the Premiership. And I just feel like Tottenham, with the new manager as well, they're in kind of rebuilding phase. And I feel like Arsenal will get the better of them. And I feel like Arsenal are much better side for this upcoming Premiership season. So I feel like that's Arsenal in second place, as you would expect. Just for now, not spoiling anything. Then you've got Tottenham in third place against Crystal Palace. Who's better? Well, I feel like this is actually a much harder one than you would think, because Tottenham, they have the better squad, but they have a new manager, they have new players, they're probably going to have a new system. And Crystal Palace have Oliver Glasner, a great manager, fantastic manager. They're going to sell one of the best players, but they have a fantastic squad, a high potential squad. But we're talking about this season, and they're going to sign more players. It's going to be a hard one, especially if they still Eze. But I feel like for now, for this season, Tottenham, they have a better side right now than compared to Crystal Palace. So I'm putting Tottenham in third place, Crystal Palace in fourth. Now, let me just repeat all of it again. We got Brentford in 7th. 6th, we got Fulham. 5th, we got West Ham. 4th, we got Crystal Palace. 3rd, we got Tottenham. Then it's Arsenal and Chelsea. Now I'm going to explain why Chelsea are the biggest club in the world and why we are bigger than Arsenal. And we can do this by a very simple test, the European trophy test. And it's a really easy test. You can all do this at home. Go and have a try at home. So what you do is you call Arsenal. Come in, Arsenal. Okay, I've got Arsenal on the line. Have you won any European trophies? I've got complete silence here. Maybe they haven't heard me. Let me ask you another question. Arsenal, have you lost the European final 4-1 to your rival? Whoa, they screamed at me. They said yes. Said it was embarrassing and humiliating. I think that proves it. Chelsea, bigger club than Arsenal. But we're not talking about that in this episode. I'm talking about who's the better side for this Premiership season. I feel like being PSG alone, and Arsenal could beat PSG. That gives us the upper hand against Arsenal. But also, you know, I feel like Chelsea have the better squad. Manager, you know, that's quite debatable now. You know, on one hand, Maresca, he's absolutely outclassed Luis Enrique, which managers all over Europe could not do. And Arteta, he's done great with Arsenal. Don't say he's done awful, he's done pretty good. He just can't go over that last step, and he'll forever be in second. And if we're going to go squad, like player for player, band for band, I feel like Chelsea have the better squad. You go goalkeeper, I'd say, yeah, Arsenal is the better keeper. Left back is definitely Chelsea, Marc Correa-Cooks. He's the best left back in the world. Centre back, okay, you could give that to Arsenal, but Chelsea are really close to him. Right back, Reece James, the best right back in the world. We got midfield, Chelsea definitely have the best midfield in the world right now. We cooked PSG's midfield, who were considered before the best midfield in the world. We got Caicedo, Enzo, and if you include Cole Palmer, then the best midfield in the world. Also, our backups are probably better as well. Wingers, our attack, it's a mix of Arsenal and Chelsea. You can go put Saka in, you can put Gyökeres in. But on the left, if we're going to get Xavi Simons, it depends who Xavi Simons go to. Then I feel like Chelsea, have the upper hand there. But Arsenal literally are signing Chelsea rejects, essentially Chelsea reserves. So I don't want to call them rejects, Chelsea reserves, and I feel like that's the point where Arsenal are at. And just saying that as well, I just feel like Chelsea are the better side right now. We're the world champions. Arsenal haven't won a trophy in literally 5 years. It was COVID when Arsenal won the FA Cup against Chelsea. But I feel like Chelsea are definitely the best club in London, best side in London for this upcoming Premiership season. And so let me just reiterate everything, all the positions. We got 7th, we got Brentford. 6th, we got Fulham. Then 5th, we got West Ham. 4th, we got Crystal Palace. 3rd, we got Tottenham. 2nd, obviously, as always, we got Arsenal. And 1st, we got Chelsea, who are the biggest club in London, the champions of the world. And let me know, who do you think is the best side in London? Could you like, comment, share, subscribe? And thank you for doing so.